You open your eyes for the first time, but it's not into the arms of loving parents or a warm home. No, instead, you're in a cold, sterile lab. You're not a baby born out of love. You're an experiment, a product of corporate ambition. Welcome to life as Homelander. From the moment you were born, you're treated like a science project. Your mother, a mentally disabled woman who died during childbirth. You were never held, never comforted. Instead, you were strapped down, surrounded by scientists who viewed you as nothing more than a tool. Your first moments in this world are horrifyingly violent. You lasered your way out of the womb, killing your mother and several medical staff in the process. Even as a newborn, your powers made you dangerous and terrifying. As you grow up in a lab, every interaction is transactional. Perform well in tests, you might get a rare smile or affirming words from your handlers. Fail, however, you face harsh criticism or even torturous experiments. You are taught patriotism, religion, and even baseball, not because anyone cares about you, but because they want to mold you into the perfect symbol of American heroism. But deep down, you feel it, the loneliness, the fear, the overwhelming sense that something is missing. You crave love and connection, but no one gives it to you. When you instinctively hug one of your caregivers for comfort, you accidentally crush her to death with your superhuman strength. That's when it hits you. No matter how much you want to be loved, you'll always be alone. By the time you're an adult, Vought International has turned you into Homelander, the face of their superhero empire and the leader of the Seven. On the surface, you're adored by millions, a symbol of hope and strength, but it's all an act. Behind closed doors, you're deeply broken. Your godlike powers, flight, laser vision, super strength, set you apart from everyone else in ways that make true connection impossible. You don't see people as equals. They're insects compared to your might. And yet, despite all your power, you're still desperate for approval. I'm the Homelander, and I can do whatever the fuck I want. Your public persona is carefully crafted by Vought PR machine. Every smile, every heroic story, it's all fake. They even invent a childhood for you, loving parents and happy memories that never actually existed. When you are forced to revisit these lies during publicity stunts, it only deepens your sense of emptiness. With no one able or willing to challenge you, your worst traits flourish. You become narcissistic and sadistic, taking pleasure in manipulating and hurting others just because you can. You let hundreds of people die on a hijacked plane because saving them just isn't convenient for your image. You force others into horrific situations just to maintain control. But even as you revel in destruction, there's a part of you that knows something is wrong. Your public adoration doesn't fill the void inside you. It just masks it temporarily. Every time someone sees through your facade or challenges your authority, it chips away at your fragile little ego. I don't need anyone. I don't need any of you. Despite all your power, Vought still controls you because they know your greatest weakness, your need for love and validation. They created this dependency on purpose. It's how they keep the most powerful being on Earth under their thumb. You latch onto anyone who shows you even a hint of affection. Madeline Stillwell becomes a surrogate mother figure until she betrays you. Stormfront manipulates your insecurities while feeding your ego. And later on, Ryan, your son, is the only person whose opinion truly matters. But even these relationships are doomed from the very start because of your inability to form genuine connections. Your emotional immaturity and unchecked power make intimacy impossible. You're just not like the rest of them. Being Homelander means living in constant isolation, not just physically, but emotionally too. No one can match your strength or understand what it's like to be as powerful as you are. And this superiority complex drives every decision you make and alienates everyone around you. You try to convince yourself that being above everyone else is enough, that their love doesn't matter because they are beneath you anyway. But deep down, the truth gnaws at you. Without their adoration, without their fear, you are nothing. If they love me, they'll follow me. Being born as Homelander isn't just about having immense power. It's about being trapped in a life devoid of love and humanity. You may rule over others like a god, but inside, you're still that scared little boy from the lab, desperately searching for something you'll never find. You are alone.